Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out today's broadcast. My name is Jonathan, and today is weigh-in Wednesday. So I am gonna go ahead and get the uh, scale up on the screen here and check out to see what the new weight is this week. Last week, I had an incredible 5.8 pound weight loss last Wednesday. And so that put me at 328.2 pounds. I'm really getting close to hitting the 200 pounds down mark. And so I am going to hop on there and see what we are today. All right. So this week's weight is 325.2. That puts me at another 3 pounds lost this week. Let me update it up on here. So um Carrie saying hello. Hi, Carrie. Yeah, I was not expecting to have another 3 pound loss this week after the loss I had last week. I don't know why I got a cough in my throat. Hopefully that actually cleared it out for me there. So yeah, 3 pound weight loss this week is really great. Like I said yesterday, I hadn't checked my weight all weekend, so I wasn't sure where I was going to end up being. And yeah, having a 3 pound loss is really great. I mean, I am getting close to the 9 month mark. I was looking here. So today is day 256, which means it's 2 weeks from today is going to be day 270, which is pretty much the 9 month mark. I suppose that Monday, August 1st, is that what would be 9 months? It would be December, January, February, March, April, May, July. So yeah, Monday, August 1st. That'll be the first day I come back after my stream will be actually like 9 months, like 9 calendar months from when I started this. The days, like if you were to do 30-day months, day 270 is going to be around July 28th. But I'm going to probably plan on weighing in because I mean, I'm at what is it? It's 196 pounds, 100 lost so far. So I'm really close to that 200 pounds in 9 months. And it's just an unbelievable amount of weight to lose. I don't know that there is any other way that I could have lost this much weight this fast. It's 194.6. So I am 5.4 pounds away from 200 pounds, and I have 15 days left in this month. I'm absolutely going to hit 200 pounds down in 9 months. And that's just incredible. I mean, it's, yeah, it is going to be another 3 pounds each week, but being it was sort of like working out when you're doing, what was it? When I'm running or I'm riding my bike and I'm trying to beat a certain time, and I'll go over I did a workout yesterday. I'll go over here, but, and there's a certain point where if you don't change what you're doing or you don't push, you're not going to be able to beat that time. And so I feel like 5.4 pounds in 15 days is going to be, I'm gonna have plenty of time to push to lose that weight. And like Carrie's saying here, I'm going to be working out a good amount in the next few days. I have the Sprint Triathlon on Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to do any workouts between now and then, but, so yeah, I'm really excited about hitting that 200 pounds in 9 months. I've hit some really great milestones very quickly throughout this whole process. And that would just be another huge milestone to hit at that point, I mean, and to be 9 months into the 3-year challenge and to be down, 66% or 2/3 of the weight that I want to lose, it makes me feel pretty good about where I'm going to be. Cause a big part of the 3 years was that, I didn't necessarily want to be hitting my goal weight at the day I hit the 3-year mark. I'd like to hit it sooner than that and then have 6 months or a length of period where I am maintaining the weight that, that lower weight. So, so that's a great way in for me. I'm really excited. I couldn't have asked for more. I mean, 3 pounds, 256 days in, I mean, that's as good a weight loss as I've had. My diet, I feel like I've been eating a decent amount of food. We probably had a little bit less Ezekiel bread, but I'm still eating a ton of that. That's probably, I've said it over and over. The one area of my diet that I could improve is the Ezekiel bread and the peanut butter that I have for snacks. But yeah, I'm still pretty over the moon about a 3 pound loss. So I hope everybody else had a great week. I hope you guys lost weight this week. And, and even if you didn't, I hope you found other non-scale victories. And if anybody does have any non-scale victories, I'd love to hear those. Hey, what's going on, Anthony? You missed it here, but I lost 3 pounds this week. I'm pretty excited about it. That is, almost 9 pounds, in the last 2 weeks, and that's 10 pounds in 3 weeks. That's really, because I barely lost any the week before. So 10 pounds in the last 3 weeks is pretty awesome. I'm at 194.6 total, so I'm excited to hit that 200 pounds. So today was, yesterday, after the stream, we went home, we had dinner, we had the potato curry that Carrie makes that is really good. One of the things that we are trying to do is we are trying to limit the amount of food that we have to make, or that Carrie has to make for each meal. So we are going to start pushing our kids to be sharing the foods that we're eating. Foods that we're eating, there's nothing restrictive about the foods that we eat. We eat a variety of foods. The potato curry we had last night, it had potatoes, it had rice, it had peas, it had, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Right? Onions, right? Red peppers. And so we're trying to get our kids to eat this same types of food that we are eating. They were much more receptive to it last night, and it's interesting. We have 4 kids, so all 4 of them react to each meal differently and for different reasons every meal. Like for breakfast yesterday, one of our daughters wouldn't eat oatmeal. When I know that she's going to eat, there's nothing wrong. The oatmeal tastes good. There's nothing about oatmeal that tastes bad, but she fought us on it, and eventually she'll like it. But then that same kid is eating the rice with no problem, and I have our other kid that usually eats everything, and for whatever reason, she wanted stuff added to the rice. But anyway, so we're trying to work, it's a fight with each meal right now, but our kids are eating, they're being more receptive to it. And one of the concepts that it's impossible for us to get our kids to understand, and it's tough to get anybody that doesn't eat this way to understand. But I was listening to a guy doing a stream that he eats plant-based as well, and the way he talks about plant-based is very similar to the way I think about it. And I've talked about it, I think, on this, about how it's after you eat plant-based for a month, you start to have these kind of weird realizations and these weird kind of like, I don't necessarily care about animals, but now that I'm plant-based, I can live without killing animals. So it's kind of a weird mental thing. But the thing we're trying to get with our kids to get them to eat new foods, and what it's hard to get other people to understand, is that after you eat a month on plant-based, or like, the stuff doesn't taste great. And Carrie was talking about it with our kids about how, it was discouraging to her when after I got off my fast and I started eating plant-based, that I wasn't liking the foods that she was making. I was eating them because I knew I needed the nutrition, and I knew I needed to eat because I hadn't eaten for a long time. And I also knew that I wasn't going to like everything that I was eating because I chose to eat a way that was so obscured or so different than the way we used to eat. So there's lots of things that I was able to kind of suffer through or get through because I knew it was a means to an end. And if food tasted this way the rest of my life, that's the way food was going to taste. And maybe and what I didn't expect to happen, or I didn't understand was going to happen, is that my taste buds were going to adjust and they were going to completely change. And it took the faith of, it didn't even take faith. I didn't know it was going to happen. I was just gonna suffer through not eating exciting foods like I used to eat. And then it was a few weeks in, and I was eating a meal, and I'm like, wow, I really like this meal. And this is the same thing we had a week ago that I was like, and it was that my taste buds started to adapt to the flavors, and they started to, and I try to explain it to my kids as creatively as I can, but I'm just like, your taste buds have never tasted before, so they don't know how to react. They don't know what signals to send your brain. They don't send your brain signals that this is good food or bad food. It's just like, this is odd food. But then once your body gets that food in it and digests it, it has a memory where it says, hey, that stuff that you didn't know what that tasted, you didn't know if you should think that tasted good or bad. Well, we got that, we processed it down here, and that's good. And so then the next time you taste that, your tongue gets those flavors and it says, okay, the stomach said this was good. So then your mind creates this connection that is a good flavor and not a bad flavor. If you'd have tasted that and it made you vomit, or you tasted that and it made you sick, or, then your mind would associate that flavor with sickness. That's similar, I guess. I'm just thinking about this off the top of my head, but First time I got drunk, it was off of a hard liquor like Jack Daniels or something. I can't drink Jack Daniels anymore because I got so sick off of drinking Jack Daniels, and I don't drink anymore. But that was kind of when I was in college, I drink anything else, but I wouldn't drink Jack because it made me puke. And anytime I tasted it, made me think of how it made me puke. Same thing with food. And so it's just, it's been a process with the kids, and it's gonna be slow, and but it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen with each of them at a different rate than each other, but in the end, I think that if we continue to push, we're going to be able to come out the other side with kids that are eating foods that we like. With all that being said, we're trying to push them to do this, and then we're going to go out of town and leave them to eat the diet that their babysitters are going to provide them. But luckily, one of the babysitters eats the same way we do now. All right, so yeah, dinner was good, potato curry, and I decided to go out and do another workout after dinner because I have the Sprint Triathlon coming up this weekend. I'm going to turn this camera off because I have to switch over to the other phone. Too much stuff going on. Oh, maybe it is off. So, I'll pull the workout up real quick. So my goal was to go out and do another brick workout like I had done on Sunday night, or Monday night, whatever I did. Yeah, Monday night. I wasn't real sore from the workout on Monday, or the long workout on Monday. And so I felt like I could go out and I could do another good size workout. That transition between the bike and the run is what I was really trying to focus on, to ride the bike long enough that that it made the transition something, I guess. So I ended up actually doing the same bike route that I did previously. So I rode 15, this time it registered as 15.96 miles. I believe that it was 15.86 miles last week. Anyways, I did the workout in a couple minutes faster than the previous workout. Bike ride felt pretty good. I actually was kind of discouraged a lot of it because the way the route is set up, that the first bit of it, and it probably shows here, I'm pretty sure I'm going uphill almost all of the first, so the first 26 miles or so, it's gradually, or it's mostly kind of uphill, and then you kind of see that first real big long dip. So the first 23 minutes of my ride, that was how long it took me to do the first 5 miles. And so I hit that, and I felt like I was doing good. And I look at my watch, I'm like, 23 minutes. That's going to put me at a slower time than I had the last time I rode. So I kind of pushed myself harder throughout this whole bike ride. I think that the last bike ride I showed, my average was probably at like the 140, like I had 140s, whereas my average is 157 here. So, but I pushed myself pretty hard on the bike. I did shave off a couple minutes off the total bike ride time. And on the bike ride, after the first 5 miles, that was the first hint that I'm ever going to have a cramp working out so far since I've done any of this. And my left calf muscle started to feel, I could kind of feel like a knot was starting to form. And so I tried to adjust my foot so that I was pedaling with my heel for a while. And then I left my foot hang for a bit. And I think that at the end of the day, the thing that helped save my leg from cramping the most is that I have some knee-high workout socks that I wear. I might have a photo of myself in them, but I'm not going to look at it right now. But so I have like these knee-high compression socks that I wear, and I feel like that they made the difference in whether or not that muscle cramped or not, because it kept such a hard compression on there, and it kept the blood flowing up through my leg. It worked itself out within a mile or so, or I worked it out, or I just forced myself to work through it. And I got that bike ride done in an hour and 5 minutes. Like I said, that's a little bit shorter, maybe 2 minutes faster than I did the bike ride previously. And then I went, did the transition, completely different this time than the last time I did the transition, as far as, I don't know if my body just knew it was coming or what, but I wasn't able to get going very fast at any point. But the first quarter mile or so, again, I was walking pretty slow. And then I was really just getting frustrated. The track that I was running on has a bunch of little pebbles on it, because it's a elementary playground that they just added rocks to the playground, and they didn't like clean up the track. So like, as I'm running, I'm wearing these barefoot shoes, and every now and then I'm kind of stepping on the rocks, and it's bugging me, that's bugging me. And then I just didn't feel like I felt like I was heel striking too much, and I wasn't running correctly for the shoes I was wearing, and I just couldn't get into the run. So I ended up walking for, you can tell through the heart, just by my heart rate and my pace here settings, that the first 17 minutes, I guess that was probably the first mile I think it took me 20 minutes. I don't know what it says. The splits are somewhere. First mile was 18 minutes. Second mile was 24 minutes. Yeah. The second mile, I just walked it. I was going to do the full 5K, but I just got to a point where I looked at my heart rate, and it was down under that 136 average, but it was dropping real low. And I was like, if I'm not going to be able to keep my heart rate up, I'm not really gaining anything out of this workout other than I'm wearing my feet out. And so I was happy to get the 2 miles done. I was hoping to do more, but today my knee's a little bit sore from it. But overall, I'm doing good. Pull that down then. So yeah, did the workout, and then I've been trying to go to bed earlier. It hasn't been working out great, but because I've been getting up a lot earlier, and that has been going well. I was able to get up early again this morning and do my journaling, just kind of writing a page of whatever's coming to my mind, or whatever I want to write about. Doesn't really matter. One of the things I did write about that I thought was funny was, and it happened both yesterday and today, that I sat down to start my journaling, and both times I was frustrated that it was so late in the morning that I was doing it, and it was like 6:40 in the morning, and I was wanting to have done it earlier than 6:40. And I kind of had to laugh to myself, because the idea that I was even awake at 6:40 in the morning is a foreign thing, let alone having been awake for 20 minutes already, getting ready to do stuff. So it's all kind of a relative thing. Like I was disappointed I was late, but it was like the fact that I was even up before 7 a.m. was a new thing. It's new to me. So that was something that I thought was funny that I was thinking about earlier. It's just crazy being down this 190 pounds, and just like the amount of activity I can do in a day. It makes, and especially now that, it's only been a few days that I've been getting up early, but I feel like I'm up early. I'm getting more done. I mean, I did yard work in the morning yesterday, before the kids were even up. I did some trimming of some things just to clean up the yard. And then at work today, uh, I've been all over the place. Like usually, um, it's one of those, it's like you accomplish one task in a day and that's a win when you're at 520 pounds. If so, one of the things I needed to do was to get paper towels for like restroom paper towel dispensers. And I was going to go to Costco and get them there. And so, I did go to Costco and I got some other things, but I couldn't find what I was looking for at Costco. I thought they were going to have them there and they didn't. So, I ended up having to go over to Sam's Club and get it. But I don't know that I would have gone over to Sam's Club previously. I would have figured out something, or I would have been like, oh, I'll just do that tomorrow. Then, I'll get a couple things here and then I'll do that tomorrow, because it would take and walking back out to the car, driving there, getting out there, walking all over that place to figure it out. And I was all over both those the places today. I mean, I'm at 4,000 steps today, which is pretty good for me. It's tough for me to look at now because I have those days where I ran, but for me to already have 4,000 steps versus Tuesday's total steps were, wait, I don't think this is updated. Anyways, I think that's yesterday's numbers. Harry says, "Oh, Costco is dangerous." Yeah, no, I avoided buying any of the mangoes. We still have half a bag. Well, we had half a bag when I left for work this morning. I don't know, maybe we didn't have that. We had some left, but we'll see. But yeah, so I ended up walking all over Costco. Didn't find what I was looking for exactly. I did find something to buy, and then I went to Sam's Club, walked all over Sam's Club, bought a bunch of stuff that I did find that I needed to buy. So I should have just gone to Sam's Club in the first place. And then Carrie says, haven't touched it. Busy eating the blueberries they picked today. Yes, Carrie went picking blueberries today. In fact, that's kind of funny that so far this year, at least some of our kids have gone picking strawberries, blueberries, and then we took the twins and we picked cherries off of a tree at one of the people that lives near us houses. So we've been doing a lot of fresh fruit picking, and so that's kind of that's nice. The other thing is that encourages them to eat those things too, because they picked them and they have a little bit more invested in eating them, and so that's awesome. I'll have to definitely get some of those blueberries when I get home if the kids haven't eaten them all. We'll see how well we do when our fruits become ripe. Yes, we have some fruit. We have an apple tree that has a lot of apples on it that we generally don't do a very good job of picking. And then we have a pear tree that should have a decent number of pears. Hopefully those come in just at the beginning of August. Hopefully the apples wait till August too, because we're not going to be ready to pick them at the end of July. We got so much going on. The grapes. Yeah, grapes. You should check the grapes. We have grapes as well, but we just kind of let those grow wild where they're at. The previous owner probably did a better job with those than we did. All right. So yeah, I just real busy at work today, and it's nice to be able to be busy, make multiple shop runs to different shops, not be worn out, not be tired. That, yeah, I mean, the fact that I did a 15-mile bike ride on Monday and then another one on Wednesday is pretty crazy to me too. That's not something that I ever would have thought I'd be doing. So, Um, but yeah, I'm super happy about my weight today. I want to thank you guys for checking out the broadcast. Like I said, I hope you guys had good weeks as well, and you had success on the scale. I did have one other thing I was gonna share here that I thought you guys would appreciate. So I had my biggest fan got together and got an update photo of where they were when they started their weight loss or slightly before and where they are now. So I thought I would share this with everybody. But this here is my beautiful wife. This is Carrie. And I've never shown a photo of her here, or you would not have ever seen a photo. But that photo of her on the left is probably the most encouraging photo of, there's a series of photos from that day. It's from a party or a get together last August that I know that from that moment on, she was very intent on doing something about losing weight. And so today we were talking and I told her that we should get an update photo of her, because there's really not very many update photos of her like there is me, or I've had her take lots of photos of me, but there's not lots of photos of her. And I just wanted to show how amazing of a transformation she's had already. I don't even know the weight differences. I'm not sure what the pound differences are, but you can just tell that there's a completely different person on the left side versus the right side. And I just wanted to show her off a little bit because she supports me so much through all of this, and I appreciate all of it. And I appreciate you, Carrie. Anyways, I'm gonna go, and I hope all of you guys have a great day. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna go home, probably eat a whole bunch of food because I don't have to weigh in again for a week. But I did that last week too. I ate a whole bunch of food the whole time though. I didn't stop eating food. So, anyways, you guys all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.